Good morning and welcome to Main Street TV. It is Thursday morning and we are mixing it up a little bit today. We have Jeremiah starting us out and he is here to share with us some info from the first night of the Ohill Co Fest. So we are going to have a word from our sponsors and we'll be right back with Ohill Co news.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Welcome back. So, Jeremiah, you were out at the first night of Ohill Co. How'd that go?
So it went well. I've been covering it for years now. I'm coming up on a work anniversary. I think next week on the 13th will be 13 years.
Wow.
I've been in the business.
Look at that. Congratulations if you forget to say it next week.
Right. And I got hired at my first paper. It was the week right after Ohill Co. And so my first festival, I got thrown into the Apple Festival. You know, I'm from Gallia County. I lived here for a little while. And so I just kind of got thrown into it. They're like, go find what you need to, kid. You know? So I'm up there running around, and like it seemed so big at the time, and now it's like you know where everything is, you know. But
now he's an old hat.
Yeah, but with the Wellston Ohill Co Festival, back then it was the Coal Festival. Now it's the Ohill Co Festival, which stands for Ohio Hill Country Festival, and it celebrates Wellston's Appalachia roots. And I got up there just before 5, and the clouds came in. It started sprinkling. And then it poured, and then the clouds moved out, and the sun came out, and it was pretty clear. Nice fall evening. Everything was, went on without a hitch. And we have some pictures from the different things that I covered last night. So, Adrian, if you'll throw up the first one. So, several years ago, I don't know how many years ago it's been, it was around the same time that they switched from the Coal Festival back to the Ohill Co Festival, name-wise. They started this contest. It's called the Mini Queen Contest. And essentially, it's a catalyst to get young girls interested in pageants. So, what happens is there was 15 little contestants last night. Each one of them comes on stage with their parent. A lot of them's escorted by their mom or whoever, grandparent. And they would come up to a table, and there would be a table of flowers. And as you can see, they're carnations. They're covered in tissue paper, the flower is. So you don't know what color you're getting.
Okay.
So the little girl gets to pick which flower, and then they go and they wait. And then once all 15 made their way through, then they got to take that tissue paper off. Okay, if you had a yellow flower, you were the mini queen.
Okay.
You got a crown and sash. And then if you got blue flowers, you were the co-attendants, and you also got crowns and sashes. Everybody else that got white flowers got to just take those home like keepsakes from participating. And I will say, I've been covering it since they've started it. And I mentioned to the president, I said, it seems like it's a good feeder program because some of the names that I read for Little Miss, some of the girls that have participated or have been mini queens or co-attendants in the past. So it'll be interesting to see some of those. There's a big pool of Little Miss contestants tonight.
Okay.
So tonight is Little Miss, Junior Miss, and Miss contest. But if you'll throw that picture back up there, so it's essentially a lottery. It's all by chance who gets it.
I love the little girl on the right. I love her her expression.
She's got a lot of sass.
Yeah, I absolutely love that one.
Yep. And so in the picture here, you have, and if I screw these names up, which I'm notorious for doing when I pronounce, I apologize. So in the center there, in the red dress, that is your Ohill Co mini queen. That is Ari Yates. And then on the left in the purple, that is Ohill Co co-attendant. That is Maya Cravens. And then is that white there on the left? The other Ohill Co attendant is Mary Ann Crago. So that is your mini queen, court for 2025. So
They're so cute.
And there's always a crowd that shows up to watch them, and it's always a fun time. So go ahead and throw the next picture up. So Wednesday night. It wasn't always Wednesday night that they. I think it was Wednesday night they always did the ribbon cutting. It used to be they had an extra day to the festival. Okay. It used to be you'd have Labor Day, and then on Tuesday night they had kind of a preview night.
Okay.
And they would have some different things going on, and then Wednesday was always kind of the official opening for the festival. Well, a couple years ago, I think it's been 2 or 3 now, they did away with the Tuesday night because it was kind of like a preview night, and now it's just Wednesday through Saturday, which made sense to me because they always did this ribbon cutting on Wednesday to open the festival, but everybody was up there the night before, and I was always like. So this year, and it's usually the Grand Marshal that cuts the ribbon, and this year they honored a lady who passed away back in May. Her name was Emily, and it's Melee, and that is her husband, Joe, and their sons. I think it's Christopher and Braden on his right there. And Joe had the honor of cutting that ribbon, symbolic opening ribbon, in memory of his late wife. And she, gave so much to the community and to that festival up there. You'd always see her, and I can remember, I knew her, we'd have conversations, and she'd ask how I was doing, and she was always very friendly and cordial, and just a great family. And then Joe, he's been involved in the festival too, and a couple years ago he was, I think, president of the Ohill Co Society. And so I got to know Joe through that, and then his wife I've just known for a long time before I've covered the festival. So that was the way that they honored her up there. And Joe, along with the kids and some of the other family, did ride in the parade in her memory, and they should ride in Saturday evening's parade as well. And speaking of parade, here is your hometown parade. And you can see the Santa Claus on vacation there with his Hawaiian shirt, and he's wearing khaki shorts. And I couldn't tell if he had flip-flops on or not, but he's still on vacation. But we are just a couple months away for, as we know, the big day.
It's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, and in Wellston they do, as we have reported previously, they always have the Santa float goes out during the month of December and goes through the different neighborhoods, and the kids get to go out and see Santa. And they even make trips usually to Jackson and go around the different communities here, or neighborhoods in Jackson as well. And so this is just a shot of this was usually he's at the end of the parade. Right behind him there was a fire engine, and that kind of wrapped up the hometown parade. I went back and watched my video, which is available on the Telegram News, and we'll have it on YouTube, Total Media, here in a little bit. There was over 40 units in Wednesday night's parade.
Okay.
And another notable thing about Wednesday night's parade was, if you were paying attention, there was some officers from neighboring police departments helping with traffic control. Because as we know, we had that officer passed away in that tragic car accident, Matthew Juniper, and then the other gentleman, Brent Darrow. He's back home recovering, but he was injured in that accident as well. So there were a couple officers short, and then they were having calling hours last night or yesterday evening. So I don't think everybody was quite back. So you had there was units I saw from Jackson Police Department, Ohill Police Department, Jackson County Sheriff, and they were dotted along the parade route to keep that parade safe and secure. So that was a very kind act that they did to help out the fellow, or their neighboring department, I guess I would say. All right, Adrian, what else you got? Okay, and another part of opening ceremonies after they cut the ribbon, this is your Wellston Senior Citizen Queen and King. And I have their names, I do believe, here. Let me see. So that is Anita Wonders was your queen for 2025 Senior Citizen, Wellston Senior Citizen Queen. And then King there being being handed his crown, he didn't want to wear it. That is, he wouldn't put it on. He wouldn't. So that's the picture that I got. That's Dave Smith, and he's being presented his crown. And he was the Wellston Senior Citizen King, and then doing the honors of the crowning. That is your 2025 Wellston Ohill Co Festival Queen. That is Breland Denny. I always mess up her name, and I apologize. Sweet girl. But that's always a part of the opening ceremonies up there too. What else we got? And then this will wrap up Wednesday night. They had a band, I do believe from their hometowns, Columbus. This was north to Nashville, and you can see some of the royalty here dancing with a little girl from the crowd to some of the music. They were doing a lot of the time that I was there, taking some different pictures from different angles. They were doing a lot of country. They did some 90s country, and what crowd was there, you could hear them engaging. They're like, "You want to hear some 90s country?" And you'd hear some of the folks say, "Yeah, you know." And in this picture, it doesn't look like there's too big of a crowd, but there was, a few more. There's some bleachers where I'm standing that had some folks in it, and there was still some folks around buying food and kids riding rides and that kind of stuff. So opening night's usually a little on the lighter side. And it has been. That's just the way it is. Come Saturday.
Well, it's a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night.
School night.
School night.
Yeah.
So
There was some rain.
There was some rain, and typically after the parade, there's some people that stay after the parade, and then after that, I think some people head on home. Like you said, it is school night. It is Wednesday. So this evening, I will be there for the royalty contest. I think it was last year. They changed things. They decided to move the royalty contest as a part of the festival. They did that last year, and me personally loved it. Okay, because that meant I got a whole weekend back. Okay, it used to be in August. It was usually, so there's been years they did it. It was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
They would do like a Little Miss, Junior Miss, and then Big Miss on Sunday. And then it got to the point where it was Friday, Saturday, and they would do, the Big Miss, and then they would do like Little Miss, Junior Miss, because they only had so many or whatever. So they would switch it back and forth. Well, last year they got the idea. They're like, well, how can we get some more people up to the festival? They're like, people love royalty. People come out for that. So they switched it and started having these contests during the festival. And last year they had like the Little Miss and Junior Miss on, it was like Wednesday night. And then they had the Big Miss, I think, on Thursday night. Well, this year they decided not to do any like entertainment or anything on Thursday night, which is tonight.
Okay.
September 4th. And they're going to do all the royalty contests this evening. So they'll have the Little Miss, followed by the Junior Miss, and then the Miss. And there's several in each. So
will they be announced tonight, or will they be announced later in the festival?
So they will announce the top three.
Okay.
Okay, but they will not say who got what.
Okay.
So you'll know, that you're in the final three, but you won't know whether or not you got the crown, as queen or first or second attendant until Saturday night.
Okay.
10:30.
10:30 at night?
10:30 at night, right before the close.
Oh my gosh.
Festival closes at 11. They do the crowning at 10:30. It's the way it has been for years. And I know that because I have been up there almost every year since I've started.
Okay, so I have not been out to the Ohill Co Festival. I have been to the Apple Festival.
Mm-hmm.
This will be my second one. Actually, it'll be my third one. It'll be my third Apple Festival this year. So what food do I have to look forward to out at Ohill Co? What did you notice out there?
I didn't walk through the vendors last night, to be honest.
For me, it's all about the food. I go for the food.
Because I parked like off, the one side of the festival, and kind of the food is, up the other way, and I didn't walk up through there. I will say something that I always like to get is the Lions Club, which I don't know if they brought sometimes they'll bring their booth down into the festival, but then sometimes it's set up, over there on Pennsylvania Avenue. I didn't pay attention to whether or not they moved it or not, but I always like their French fries.
Okay.
Or their Jackson County Ville. But there's usually a number of food vendors set up along. There's some there around the stage area, Pennsylvania Avenue, and then going up First Street about halfway is where the rest are set up. And then as you get up into the rest of First Street and Ohio Avenue, there's a bunch of mechanical rides, and there's also inflatables and stuff. It's kind of the layout of the festival.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it used to be...
I might have to head out there.
Yeah, now you'll have to go up and check it out. It's definitely a small town, hometown festival. And several years ago, I keep saying several years ago because that's when a bunch of changes happened. It used to be the festival was flip-flopped. Okay, like the main stage used to be up the street at the intersection of Ohio Avenue and First Street is where it's set. Okay. Several years ago when they changed it, I think from the Coal Festival to Ohill Co, they flip-flopped it and moved, because they had the park. They had Pride Park down there along Railroad Avenue, and there's trees, and it's a nice little park, especially after they did some renovations and to the walkway and different stuff. And they decided to move the main stage down there. So it's like backwards from what it used to be. And the flip down there, just, I don't know, it's just real comfortable the way that it's set up. And you got the depot right there, which if you haven't stopped by, you can stop by and see the art show and the craft show that happens there in the depot. That is open and going on, so you can check that out. But wish I had a schedule with me. I could go over the schedule, but there's different activities that will be going on today. I think today at 12:30, Simba Jordan will be performing.
Okay.
And he's been coming for like over a decade. And
he is a local favorite.
He is a local favorite.
He's a local favorite.
So, but we'll have complete coverage from Wednesday night in Saturday's edition, and we'll probably have like who the finalists are in Saturday possibly. I got to talk to Pete on how he wants, because but Saturday's going to come out and they're going to be in there, but then they're going to turn around and get crowned. So it's like kind of one of those timeline issues. I don't know. People
will just have to tune into our Facebook and see who gets crowned at 10:30 at night. If you're not out there at 10:30 at night, I mean.
Yeah, no, and it's usually like it's cooler by that point. There's been times I've sat out there in the pouring rain, and they're up there crowning these girls, and I'm like holding on to my umbrella for dear life with my camera, like trying to get that crowning shot, and almost every year I always get that shot,
There you go.
It's a very memorable shot. So.
Well, make sure you head out to the Ohill Co Festival. You have until Saturday.
Yeah.
Matt McKee from WKOV will be out there.
I heard him on the radio last night on my way up there.
Yep, he's going to be out there every single day for a couple hours. Look for our big red trailer.
Yes, I saw it. I did see that because it was on the side that I walked back from. Because they have two stages. There's kind of like a main stage, which is like it's the VFW post stage, and then they have another stage, it's Austin Powder stage. It's a smaller stage, and that's where I started last night because that's where they had the mini contest. So I'd parked down on that side of the festival, so that's why I didn't kind of get the whole experience.
So there you go. And if you're out at Ohill Co and you see Jeremiah, say hey. If you see Matt, say hey.
Yeah, or Red. Red should be up.
Red is wandering around as well.
Red will probably be wandering around up there today, I would say. And then usually he's up there on Friday as well. And then I'll be up there Saturday evening, afternoon. I'm sure somebody, possibly Pete or Red, will be there Saturday morning, would be my guess.
There you go. So. TheTelegramNews.com.
Yep.
And the Telegram News on Facebook.
Yep. So we'll have those videos available on Total Media YouTube for playback because Facebook auto deletes after 30 days now.
Yes.
So I've been uploading them to YouTube, so you can go back and watch those. And then whatever pictures I took last night, I will upload a photo gallery here shortly.
There you go.
So
lots of fun. Make sure you head out to Wellston for the Ohill Co Festival.
Yep.
Well, we are going to be back right after a word from our sponsor about more Ohill Co type of news. We've got a car show coming up, and we have a guest in the studio. So stick around. We'll be back in just a minute.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, The Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
we are back, and we are joined by Troy from the Masonic Lodge in Wellston, and he is here to share some information about the 12th annual Don Lockard Memorial Car Show.
Yep, Dan Lockard was a huge proponent of our lodge. This is in honor and memorial of him. Dan organized this event the first time. This is the 12th one. We get to honor him, honor his memory and his legacy, and keep it going, and hopefully keep going it for another 12 years at least.
The show is on September the 6th. That's Saturday, correct?
That's correct.
That's Saturday. I'm all messed up on days this week because of Labor Day. I do know today is Thursday. I double-checked that today is Thursday.
The weekend will be here before we know it.
Honestly, it's going to be. You're only stuck with me for another 2 more days, tomorrow and Monday. But and then Jen will be back to hold down the fort. But so it's on September 6th, and where is it being held?
It's right at the corner of Broadway and Railroad in Wellston.
Okay.
The Ohill Co Festival is on on Railroad Street there, so we're right around the corner. That's
Okay.
where our lodge is at. It'll be right out front. We'll park the cars out there on both sides of the street. It'll be blocked off from the post office down to the railroad tracks. Rain or shine, we have rain or shine. We don't have a makeup day. This is it. It's in conjunction with Ohill Co. So when it's gone, it's gone.
And I would assume a lot of cars. How many cars are you expecting?
Last year we had 77. We're hoping,
that's a lot of
fingers
cars.
crossed, for the weather to hold off. It's supposed to be a little drizzly in the morning, but it's supposed to be nice in the afternoon. So we're hoping that people maybe don't show up so early, but at least show up in the afternoon and we can get this done. Last year we had 77 cars participate, which was phenomenal.
And it starts at
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Oh, okay. 8 a.m. And you've got door prizes and awards at 2. So it's running from like the morning to like the early afternoon.
Early afternoon. We understand we don't want to take up people's entire day, so we try to get it done by 3. That's when all the judging and the prizes are awarded, and we're packed up and people are on their way. We release the streets, and then we all go over to Ohill Co and eat corn dogs and fair fries. And
that Jeremiah could not tell me what food was available.
Oh, I can
He was
tell you.
there last night, and I'm like, okay, Jeremiah, tell me about the food. He's like, I didn't look at the food. I'm like,
we always look at the food.
that's what I said. I'm like, you always have to look at the food. Seriously, Jeremiah? Seriously? Let me down, man. You let me down.
Corn dogs,
'Cause I
french
haven't eaten
fries,
breakfast yet, so.
Ice cream, cheese on a stick, snow cones, barbecue joints. It was there. Bucket of fries. You got to get a bucket of fries.
And why does everything taste so much better when it comes on a stick? I don't understand.
It's. I think it's the stick. It imparts that certain flavor.
It
that
must.
Childhood memories.
It must. Corn dog on a stick, cheese on a stick. My absolute favorite fair food are the tornado potatoes. It's a potato that's like on a stick. I would never just sit down and eat a potato. Well, I probably would. But you put it on a stick and make it look like cool with like a spiral. Oh yeah, I'm like all over that. Oh
Especially
yeah.
they do it with a drill in front of you and you see it spiral off. You're like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. That's like genius level stuff. Are they mostly classic cars? All classic cars?
We don't have
Mix?
categories. We're one of the open things. I mean, a lot of other car shows have specific categories,
Mm-hmm.
Ford, Chevy, Mopar. We are open at whatever you want to bring. If it's a new car and you just cleaned it up and vacuumed it out and you're proud of your car, come down and enter it. We have no classifications, but we have everything from Model A's, Model T's, 32 coupes to the Gambit. And last year, I think we had a 2014 Chevy.
Okay.
It was just a nice car, and they were very proud of being a 2014, being a 10-year-old vehicle. So they brought it down. They entered. Everybody looked at it. It's
you go.
guys talking cars, girls talking cars. It's a fun time.
Well, it makes sense to be part of the Ohill Co Festival. It's that community local event, everybody getting together. It's when you think about a small town festival, you kind of envision like car show. At least I do. That would be part of it. So that's cool that you guys are doing that and adding to the Ohill Co festival vibe.
Yeah, well, it serves. We have a secret purpose, being the Masons, of course. This is one of our fundraisers that we do for raising our scholarship fund.
Okay.
And it's also a recruitment drive. It lets people see us, talk to us, walk up in a I guess, non-conforming manner, and say, well, what is a Mason? What does it take to be one? We don't know a lot about it. There's a lot of things, and then that's an opportunity for us to have a discussion, bring them in, show them. We have open houses. We've done all kinds of things. We do a lot of service in the community. We're the labor, or we're the grunts. We do a lot of things with a lot of other organizations. We work very well in conjunction with any organization that needs assistance. Call us. American Legion, Rotary, Kiwanis, Field of Heroes, putting up the banners in the streets. anything that we can do to be of service, that's what we're here for. We're here to serve our community.
So is there a cost to register? Oh, registration fee, $10.
$10. Everybody's got 2 5s, 10 singles, one $10 bill. We'll split your 20. We'll give you change back. We'll find a way.
And you said the money goes towards the scholarship fund.
Scholarship fund. So we are a nonprofit. So everything we do, we give back just our operating cost. And a lot of us volunteer our time, volunteer money to make sure that those behind the scenes are done and that the money we raise goes toward our scholarship. Last year we were able to give that away. The year before we were able to give 2 away. So as we get more, we give more.
There you go. Kind of fun. So tell me a little bit about the Masons, because I actually don't know anything about the Masons.
Well, I didn't know anything about it either until one day I walked up and a guy had a little button on his shirt that said, "Ask one to be one." And I said, "What's that button about?" And he said, "I'm so glad you asked." Being a Mason is about how to be part of a civic organization, a fraternal organization. It's one of the oldest in the world. It goes back to the 14th, 15th century. People got together and started talking about like-minded individuals. How can we better ourselves and how can we better our communities? And back then it was more of a gilded craft guys, the educated, learned people who know how to do things. And we use the operative Masons, the actual bricklayers, mortar, cement, and their ideology and terminology as we are called speculative Masons. So we look at a brick and see its purpose as it builds a building. We look at the brick, or the ashlar as we call it, as an opportunity to perfect ourselves, to be a little better, to be useful. And we know that one building doesn't make, or one brick doesn't make a building. It takes a whole bunch of different components to make that. And we hope that we are the cement that holds it together. We like to lay a good foundation. We'll build upon what you've got. We don't expect perfection. None of us are perfect, but we want to have the opportunity to say, hey, what are your talents? What are your abilities? What are your shortcomings? What are your weaknesses? We'll identify all of those, and we'll help you overcome them, build them up, or surpass them. It is a brotherhood that I've only felt in the military, and I feel that same thing with the American Legion, part of that. But the Masons, it's you hold yourself to a higher standard than anything, and that's the issue and goal is we try to make men better. And we have all kinds of appendant bodies. So it doesn't matter if you're a young boy, you can join the Demolay. A young girl, you can go Rainbow Girls, Job's Daughters. We have all kinds of Eastern Star for wives, sisters, mothers. There's all kinds of opportunities, and you'll find that we are a service organization. We try to find things, we sponsor things and have fun, but we try to do that and use that to give back to the community or better community that we're in.
They're just out doing good work in Wellston and I would assume and beyond. So
And beyond.
Yeah.
We're all over. We're in all 88 counties. I'm the 12th district president, so that encompasses from basically Ironton to Gallipolis up to MacArthur. That's a different area, but all those little lodges, almost every little town has a Mason lodge in it.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. So if you're interested in becoming a Mason, I would assume you can probably talk to somebody at the car show.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Google it. For a secret organization, we hang signs on our buildings. We have shirts with our names on them. We wear hats. We have license plates. So it's easy to find one. And they'll be more than happy to get you in the right direction and get you some information.
Totally fun. So if you have a car that you want to bring to the car show, registration is from 8 to noon. You probably want to get there early, I would think, to get yourself set up and to have as many people as possible come look at your vehicle. If you're a car person, it's our local car show this weekend, so get out there and go look at other people's cars, get some ideas. If you're fixing up a car, I know my husband is fixing. He's supposed to be fixing up he's distracted by some other stuff, but we have a I get this wrong every single time. I think it's a 1930 a Model A truck. And so his goal, one of his retirement goals is to fix up this truck. It was his dad's truck. And so a lot of times he goes to car shows to get ideas of what other people have done or to talk to them about, hey, where did you get that part? Or who did you have work on this? Or how did you do this? So if you're restoring a car, it's an awesome opportunity to get out and talk to, like you said, like-minded people. So if you like cars, or if you're the person who gets dragged along to car shows, me, you can go out and look at cars that are everything from classics, probably from the 20s and 30s, to current day. Or if you're just really proud that you washed your car lately and want to donate $10 to the scholarship fund, I'm sure that they would be more than happy to give you a parking spot, and you can sit there and have people look at your current
Ooh and ah and
ooh and ah over your current car too. So that's fun. I actually think that's kind of fun. You know, it's like you expect to go to a car show and see like classic cars or fancy cars or sports cars or whatever. I actually think it'd be kind of funny if I like took out my like 2024, I think it's a 2024 Bronco, you know, and just parked it there. Just like, I'm just here.
We have people do it.
I just think that'd be kind of fun. I might actually do that one day. Yeah, because that would be, I would, as somebody who walks around car shows, like I said, is the plus one at the car show, that actually would
We've got some
that would
fabulous-
actually make me smile. So
We've got some fabulous door prizes for those plus ones. We don't just exclude this. It's not just all car show manly stuff and buff. We have a variety of things we're giving away. We try to make it all inclusive. Kids, family, you know, that's the idea. Is it's a family. We understand it's not just the car that's showing up. There's people in the car, and we want to make sure that they're being acknowledged and appreciated. And we do. We appreciate and acknowledge anyone that shows up. It is part of the community. They come from all around. We're one of the only ones that give away a little cash prize, and we're still raising that money. And we've got sponsors this year that are sponsoring those places, and they're going to be presenting those trophies themselves, which is awesome. So I don't have to stand up there and talk. I'm usually the guy that does the talking, so we don't have to stand up there and hand out all the trophies and all the plaques and say everything. We'll have those organizations come up, and we, like I said, we work well with every organization within town, and we'll work with anybody nationwide. So if you want to give us money, we'll take it, put it to good use here in Wellston.
and then the money stays local.
Yes.
That's the greatest thing about all of our local service organizations is that the money raised and the time spent is all devoted to the local communities, whether it's the Masons or the Lions or Rotary or Kiwanis or the Women's Club or any of the groups that are within our local area. All are devoted to bettering our communities, to making Jackson and Wellston and Oak Hill and Colton and MacArthur and all the little communities that we reach, making it a better place for all of us, especially for our kids. It seems like most of the service organizations are really devoted to bettering the lives of our local kids, whether it's through scholarships or through programs in the schools. Or getting kids involved in activities. Like you said, you have youth activities within the Masons. We had 4-H here the other day, and they were talking about some of their programs as well. Just giving kids something to do. And I would assume, because I don't know, like I said, I don't know a lot about the Masons, I would assume that the youth organizations, they learn a lot of the soft skills that you need as an adult, how to communicate, how to get along with others, patience, understanding, empathy, just being a good community member, being a good human. Those are all traits that come from these service organizations, especially ones that have youth programs. So major props for doing that to our community, or for our community, not to our community, for our community. So, and if you're headed out to Ohill Co, anyway, I mean, if you're going out for the food, because if it were me, I would be going out for the food. If you're going out for the food, or you're going out for the rides, or the art show, or the entertainment, or to watch the crownings, or any of those things, if you're out there on Saturday, stop by the car show, walk around, ogle at the cars, let people know that their cars look cool.
And if you have questions about being a Mason or any Mason, we'll all be wearing shirts. Some that will say different organizations, different dependent bodies, but look for the sign and ask somebody. They'll be more than happy to talk to you. And if they don't want to talk to you, they'll get you to me, and I'll talk you to and talk to you and talk to you.
And you said that the car show is near your lodge.
Yeah, it's right out in
correct?
front of our lodge.
Okay, so so if you head out to the car show, you'll be able to see where the Black Diamond Lodge is as well.
It's a recruitment drive as well. It's an open house. If there are interested parties there, we'll take them upstairs and show them what it is. We have petitions that are available. We take some basic information. We get back to you at a later time. But it's not intrusive. It's not invasive. It's not exculpatory. We're not going to ask you to sign us up on your 401k plan and things like that for us. But we would like to have the information. That's really what it's all about. It's a recruitment drive for us. It's a tool for us to use in a community to do that. And it was all started by our dear friend Dan Lockard.
And it says the Hector Preston Award. Who was Hector Preston?
Hector Preston is another prominent member of that. The actual family will be there, and they explain what Hector Preston and who Hector Preston was. They give their own trophy. It's a separate category.
Okay.
But they've been doing that with us for years now. And if you don't want to come out and see the cars, come out and hear why Hector Preston is a part of this, and we are honored to let the family present their trophy that day as a special category.
Awesome. So September 6th, once again, registration 8 to noon, door prizes and awards at 2 p.m., start around 2 p.m. Sounds like it's going to be over early afternoon. So it's a great way to spend your morning or around lunchtime, especially if you're heading out to Ohill Co anyway, which who isn't heading out to Ohill Co if you're
And you can still
if you're
get
around
home in
here?
time to watch football.
Because not like there's like any games going on
I don't think
on
there's
Saturday at all.
I don't think there's a good game on Saturday this week.
No,
I think it's a bye week. I don't think there's anything,
I don't think anybody's playing on Saturday.
I don't think any of the big teams are playing.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not like you don't have like 4 choices locally just off of Total Media. So for Saturday, because we are covering the Ohio State game, we are covering the big Ohio University game because they're playing West Virginia on Saturday, and we'll be out there at Bobcat Tailgate. We also have Rio as well, so second game for Rio, and we cover Hockey College now as well. So
Yeah, like I said, there's nothing going on.
So no college teams on
Come to the car
Saturday.
show, you won't miss a thing.
And you can talk to people about Friday night's football games. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you will find somebody that you can chit chat with out at the car show. So, well, Troy, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Come back anytime. Share
I have
your
many
events.
hats. I wear many hats in other organizations. So as long as my friend Chris Henry keeps accommodating me, I'll be keeping coming in and bothering people. So.
Well, you can come in and bother us anytime you'd like. We love to hear about what our service organizations are doing out in the community. So thank you again for joining us. We are going to have a word from our sponsor, and then we will be back.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Got it. And we are back. So we have a couple minutes before Pete is in the house to share some headline news. And so Liv joined me, and we are going to talk about a current fad going around, and that would be La Boo Boo. So if you have not had a La Boo Boo in your life, so show them what a La Boo Boo is. That is a La Boo Boo. Adrian, can you find a picture like online of one too, so you can see? So
this one's fake.
So that's
I did not spend $40 on it.
Oh my gosh, they're $40?
For a real one, like 40 to 60.
Like that's the retail price, not the scalper price?
That's the retail price.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Are you
Scalper,
serious?
like,
I
if
thought
you
they were like
want-
Beanie Baby priced.
No, if you want one that like you know what it is already and stuff, it can be like a couple hundred. 40 is like for a mystery one where you don't know what it is already.
Oh my gosh. So I have seen online, people have like a whole wall of these things, and if they're like $100 each, oh my gosh. Okay, so I totally thought these were like Beanie Baby price because they're kind of like the Beanie Baby of 2025, except they're like mystery, which I don't know about. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is a La Boo Boo, and I don't know about you, Liv, but to me they're a little freaky.
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of freak me out a little bit. Okay, Adrian, I'm done. Yeah. So they're kind of creepy. I don't know. And they have like these little, here, hold on.
Yeah.
So they have like a little clip thingy on them so people can put them like kids can put them on their backpacks. Oh, this one's got a Coke. Look at that.
Yeah.
Obviously not from Jackson because everything here is Pepsi. I don't get it. So that's a whole nother thing for me. But they have like a little clip on there so you can put them like on your purse or your backpack. Liv's mom, she said bought her that one so she could put it on her backpack. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they supposed to like scare away like the bad vibes?
I don't know. It was some like person on TikTok just started talking about them because they had been around for years, but because that person started talking about them on TikTok, then they got huge. And then the prices went up as they got huge.
And I have a friend who is living in China right now, who works for the State Department. And in China, they have like Labubu Disneyland. It's like an amusement park of Labubus. And they have like life-size, like people-size Labubus that like sing and dance, and you can go and like take pictures with them. And they have like Labubu rides and like all of this stuff. And I don't know, that would just, okay, little Labubus kind of creep me out, but I can't even imagine being hugged by like a giant one.
No.
I don't think I could do that. Oh my gosh, they're really that expensive? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm sorry if your child or your grandchild or the special child in your life puts that on their Santa list or their mom and dad list or their birthday list for this year, because wow, I had no idea. And they're mystery items. I don't get that either. That's the whole mystery idea. Yeah. I like to know what I'm going to get, especially if you're spending $40 for it. Can you imagine $40 and you don't know?
This one was $12 and it's fake.
A faux Labubu.
Yeah, they call it, what's it called? Oh my gosh, there's a word for it. Lafufu or something like that. Lafufu, yeah.
Adrian says yes, it's a Lafufu. So you'll have to let us know if you've had a Labubu enter. I can't even say that without laughing. Enter your life. Let us know, and let us know if you think they're cute or creepy. I don't know. Cute or creepy? I don't know. I'm kind of like creepy. But I mean, I guess it's no worse than like those fugglers or those are kind of creepy. If you've never seen those, they look like real teeth. But these ones have like, I think it's the teeth that do it for me. I really do. I think it's the teeth. Yeah. But I do think it's cute that it's drinking its own soda. So that is cute. So thank you for this little intermission, Liv, and sharing your Lafufu with us. And Pete Wilson is in the house now, so we are going to have some headlines from the area. Stick with us. Hey, Pete.
Hey there.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday. We're
Thursday.
heading into the weekend, so you can almost touch it.
I can
right?
almost hear the sound of the crowd in the stands for football.
Football, Ohill Co Festival, all sorts of things going on, and more. But anyway, we'll touch on some things. I know that Jeremiah was at the Ohio Hill Country Festival last night and showed you visual evidence of that.
Yes.
And I'm going to start out by talking a little bit about the future at the Ohill Co Festival, immediate future. As a matter of fact, well, within just a little bit more than an hour, there'll be one of the traditional events kick off there that is a real feel-good event. The people that organize it, that sponsor it, that participate in it, always feel very good about it. They get a high out of it. It's called JVAC Adult Services Day. And that's where the developmental disabilities clients, both youth and adults, are able to come, and they are in the spotlight. They get a free lunch. They get entertained by Simba Jordan, who is he is an annual entertainment attraction at the Ohill Co Festival. He usually sings on Thursday night as the main entertainment, but he also comes early and consorts with the DD clients and the DD staff, and it's just a grand time. And that will start at 11 o'clock, and that will be at the depot. And so that is all, and anyone can come and take part and enjoy that experience. But that is something that has been part of the Ohio Hill Country Festival through many years. It's always on Thursday, kind of the kickoff event of the day. Don't forget that just in the depot as well, the art show and the quilt needlework and craft show will be going on all day. They will start at noon. Then later on, it kicks into higher gear in the evening. And of course, the rides start at 5 p.m. And then a succession of 3 royalty contests for the 2026 Ohill Co Festival royalty kicks off at 6 o'clock. The Little Miss contest is at 6.
The junior miss is at 7, and the Miss Ohill Co is at 7:45. And speaking of the Miss Ohill Co, a lot of people are always interested in who is running. And I think it was last year or maybe the year before, the Ohill Co Society decided to extend the eligibility. It used to be just the Wellston City School District, but now young ladies from any school in Jackson or Vinton counties can be a contestant. And we've got a mix this year. And Adrian, if you're ready, we will show you the young ladies who are running for the Ohill Co Festival title for 2026. And we'll start with Alea Rusk. There she is. Alea is, there she is. She's the 14-year-old daughter of Danielle Smith. She is an 8th grader at Jackson Middle School. Then we have Abigail Cooper. Abigail is the 14-year-old daughter of Mandy Cooper. She is a 9th grader at Wellston High School. Alexis Hellman. There is Alexis. Alexis is 17 years old, the daughter of Todd and Hope Hellman. She is a senior at Jackson High School. Then we have Angelina Hess. There's Angelina, and she is the 14-year-old daughter of Michael Douglas and Brittany Lindley. She is a freshman at Wellston High School. Then we have Helen Saunders. There's Helen. Helen is the 13-year-old daughter of Bob and Hillary Saunders. She is an 8th grader at Vinton County Middle School. Lily Swartz. Lily is the 13-year-old daughter of Sean and Kimberly Schwartz. She is an 8th grader at Christian Life Academy. And last but not least, we have Sarah Hartley. She is the 13-year-old daughter of Gilbert and Leah Hartley, and her colors give her away. She is an 8th grader at Wellston Middle School. So that is the final contest of the evening, and how it works, we'll explain it again. They will pick 3 finalists for each the Little Miss, the Junior Miss, and the Miss Ohill Co. And the decision is made then, but they keep everybody in suspense until the very last activity on the big finale day, Saturday. About 10:30. It's pretty late.
That's what Jeremiah said.
Right.
Yeah.
They announce everybody. They announce who the queen is, who the first attendant is, and who the second attendant is for each of these age divisions. So, also tonight at the Ohill Co Festival, in addition to the Queen's contest, there will be a lot of activity going on as well. The rides, the midway, and you should also take note, we haven't said a whole lot about this, and it's not a scheduled thing, but there are more and more vendors at the Ohill Co Festival. Now, I'm not talking about the concessionaires or the food. I'm talking about the organizational booths there that are there. They may be doing raffles, they may be doing informational, public relations, or whatever, but they're right there in Pride Park along the walkway, and it stretches almost all the way over there to Broadway Street. So a lot going on, a lot of people involved in the Ohio Hill Country Festival. Wellston downtown, of course, is bustling because of the festival, but it's also going to be busy in Jackson downtown because of the sidewalk market.
I know. I
Right.
actually made myself a note so I didn't forget.
Okay, well, I got some information here, so we'll share that. It's the first Thursday of every month, at least during the warm weather months, and it will start them at 6 o'clock and go till 9 p.m. There's all sorts of street vendors in addition to the bricks and mortar businesses and offices. Almost everybody participates. You got food trucks there. Sometimes you have live entertainment. One of the features this week is, for this month, is the Touch a Truck event.
I saw that, yes.
Right. They're going to be set up there. That is especially, it's interesting to everybody, I think, but especially to the kids. They get a close-up chance to see big trucks, emergency vehicles, maybe sit in them, learn about them from the professionals there that drive those vehicles. So that's tonight. Also, one neat thing that the Chamber and the Downtown Association does, because they kind of partner with it, it's actually a Chamber event, but the Downtown Association is very active as well. They give the vendor fees. There is a vendor fee if you're on the street, all right? They give the vendor fees, and they also set up donation boxes for the public, and this is wholly voluntary, and they pick out a community need or cause every month. And this time, they have decided to donate to the families of fallen police officer Matt Juniper from Wellston and Brant Darrow, his partner, who was injured seriously in that. And so all the proceeds that they make from the sidewalk market tonight will go to help those families, certainly in their time of need. Another thing that's happening tonight, it's kind of away from the sidewalk market, but coordinated with it. They know that they're doing it at the same time because people will be out. There will be another movies at Manpower tonight. That will start at 8 o'clock. It's darker a little early, so they don't have to start so late, which I'm sure that's strategic because it is a school night.
Yes.
But hopefully, for the first time in a long time, we've got a forecast for rain, but we hope that will let up before
Hope
this
so.
evening for everything that is going on.
I hope so, because we've got a lot of outdoor activities going on around the area right now. So
Absolutely. Okay, this is a road project that we want to tell you about because it is supposed to start very soon, and that is today. Actually, there is a culvert replacement project on State Route 279. That's on the southern end of the county between Jackson Furnace Road and Monroe Hollow Road. So that is a state route. You cannot get through there. It's not one lane or anything like that. That section will be closed for a number of weeks. Whenever they do those culvert replacement projects, they never like to give a completion date because it can vary with the construction time and the weather and all like that. But it will be a number of weeks for sure. So you're going to have to work around that. If you're local, you probably know how to do it. If you're not, there'll be a posted detour. So you can look for that if you're on 279 west of Oak Hill. The Wellston City Council meeting tonight has been canceled, or rather postponed is the right word. They have rescheduled it for next Thursday, September 11th. That is to allow council members, city officials, or whatever to attend Matthew Juniper's funeral, which is late this afternoon in Nelsonville. Okay, also a couple of things, a couple of our local organizations that do good work are having fundraisers this weekend. The Humane Society of Jackson County has a fall yard sale. It will go on tomorrow at the FOP Lodge. That's on 106 Wood Avenue in Jackson. That's at the corner of High Streets and Wood Streets, if you're unfamiliar where the FOP Lodge is. And of course, the Humane Society, it's not some big falutin organization with paid staff. It's all volunteers, and there's not enough of them, and they need money. So this is a way that you can support. There's a couple ways to support. You can go to the yard sale and buy stuff, okay? It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. But today, or rather tomorrow, you can go and drop off items to be sold.
Okay.
So you're allowed to do that, and that is once again at 106 Wood Avenue. You can drop things off from 12 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. The yard sale itself is on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2. Also, as you are well aware, the Jackson County Women's Club is having a yard sale, so you can hit two of them and do your good deed. It will be a 2-day deal. It will be at Watts Blevins Road, 206 Watts Blevins Road. That is near Walmart. It will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. Also, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. There'll be a variety of items available for sale. All proceeds that the Women's Club will take in from this will go for the many good causes they support, including scholarships, and they do scholarships for outgoing seniors at Jackson High School, Wellston High School, and Oak Hill High School, and they have other good causes that they support as well.
I need to go drop off my stuff. It's in the back of my car today. So, and they sent me photos of everything that had already been dropped off over the last couple days, and it was heaps and heaps and heaps of stuff. So
right, I tell you what, if you're an antiquer and you like that stuff, you can get some really novelty items at a good price. Well, you go to a yard sale, it's probably even better.
Oh gosh,
because people are it's the sale price, they want to sell it, all right?
Oh, yes.
They want to sell it. It's price to sale. And you can get so many different, you'll probably find things there that you probably couldn't find at a lot of the novelty stores.
100%, because
even some new things you'll find sometimes.
Oh, I have stuff in my box that I don't think were ever used, but because if it's sat unused for a year or more, I'm probably never going to use it. So I'd rather it go to somebody else.
You'll find some things that you didn't think you would ever find, and you want it when you see it, and the price will probably be very low, and you'll be helping some organizations that
Yes.
do good things in our
Yes.
community.
And if you were purging stuff over the long weekend, if you were doing some cleaning and purging stuff, and it's all still sitting there because you're like, I really should go donate this. I drive around with a bag in my car like all the time going, I really should drop this off, and then I never remember. So this is your opportunity. You can drop it off either with the Humane Society or with the Women's Club, and they will be very grateful
right.
for
And-
your donations.
And you know, Cheryl, there's lots of people. I'm in that number. I don't want to go to the trouble of having a yard sale. Well, see, somebody will do it for you. All you got to do is drop. All you got to do is drop it off.
That's
So
me. I
you
don't
gotta
wait.
think
I
about
don't
that.
wake up early. I am not good at yard sales because you have to wake up early. You have to put out signs. You have to wake up early because people show up early.
Oh,
if you
yes.
put out the signs, it's crazy. And I am not a morning person like at all. And you have to like be organized. Like you have to get it all organized. And you have to, no, I don't. I can't deal with that. I can't sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Once I decide, I was telling Cora this the other day, once I decide that I don't want something anymore, that I'm going to donate it, I just want it to be gone. I don't want to have to wait to sell it. I'm ready for it to be gone.
Right, and you don't want somebody coming to your house, a guest someday, and say, "Oh, you're a hoarder."
No, no. We don't want anybody to go into the barn. That's for sure. We don't want anybody to go into the barn. But yeah, so there's 2 great yard sales going on. There's the Ohill Co Festival going on. There's the car show at the Ohill Co Festival going on. You have lots of choices. And
Friday night football.
you got Friday night football. You've got
Rio Grande is home on Saturday.
You've got Saturday football.
Right.
Like we were talking about that. There's actually 3. Well, there's 4. We're covering 4 football games on Saturday because you've got the Ohio State game. Ohio is playing West Virginia, so that's going to be
a biggie.
That's a pretty big game. That one's going to be a sellout
That's
game.
a statement game for the Bobcats.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's going to be the game of the season. And then you've got Rio at home, and then we're also covering Hawking College now as well too. So we actually have 4
Hawking College.
4 games, yeah.
I know they haven't had a football program very well, and I tell you what, they won last week. They had a opening victory, so I know they're excited about the season.
So, and Friday Night Football, we cover everybody. We've got 18 games tomorrow night.
Right.
So,
You got a chance.
Yeah.
If you're a surfer, boy, you can see a lot of football.
Yeah, and you can just pop between all of them, either on the radio or on video. You can just keep watching. all
Right.
of
It
them,
is.
so.
It is something.
So if you don't like the game you're watching, your team's not doing as well as you want them to do, you can always hop over and watch another team. You have lots of choices tomorrow night. So, well, thank you for joining us,
Okay.
Pete, and we will be back here tomorrow morning for a end of the week. It seems like this week went by so fast, so fast. So we will be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we are joined by Sean from Stockroom 601. They've got a lot of new stuff going on, and I cannot wait for him to share it all with you. So we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.